wonder what I'm doing in the field. It's a late October morning, very early in the morning. If I was to say two words to you, Pale Instrument and Richard Branson, you'd think one of two things, music or hot air ballooning. We're actually out just outside of Sparshot, it's just near Winchester, Stockbridge Way. And I'm going up in a hot air balloon. So it's myself and Tony and Alan, and it's a little bit cold this morning. Alan's not going out. He said he's going to bottle out on this one. He said, I'll leave this one to the professionals. They're inflating the balloon at the moment, and it's for a company called Champagne Hot Air Balloon Flights. We'll take a wander with it this way. Okay? Come on, let's go and have a look. That's Lizzie over there. She's holding it up. She's organised it all, apparently. Well, are we on?
Yeah, we're on, go.
We've just taken off from down there.
It's the green bit below us.
It's the green bit. We are switched on, aren't we?
Yeah.
My ears are popping. Mr. Grindley, the elder dictator's downstairs, he's going to shoot off in the chase vehicle. We're going to be talking to him in a little while. He's going to tell us what he wants us to do, because we've got one of these things. But he's going to chase us around. But it's quite an experience, to say the least. Leaping up off the ground, quite nuts. I'm quite enjoying this. What do you think?
I'm terrified.
You're terrified. This is the man who's actually in charge of it.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse us as we're talking if I burn. It's not because I'm rude or I'm bored with your conversation, it's just because we need to keep it. About 10 minutes now.
About 10 minutes?
Yeah, as soon as you see it.
So, we've got to come in.
No, 5 years.
5 years. And do you have just what? Not a flight plan?
Not a flight plan. Before you get airborne, you get the best forecast that you can, and you work out where you're going. You want to get your...
My glass?
We obviously want to get as far away as possible from you, don't we? Oh, all right. You're right.
Look at that.
Get the glass under.
Look at that.
There we go. The more of this you have, the better the ride to the hospital seems.
Well, this is one happy. It's noisy up here. This is one happy chappy at the moment, reporting from about 1,000 feet off the ground in a hot air balloon. Something I've always wanted to do. But, We'll catch you again in a minute. I'll probably send you off to see some adverts, but it's a bit nice, isn't it?
Shopping is closer to you, the Chantry Centre.
Stores full of gifts and good things, Christmas lights, a festive atmosphere, warm and comfortable surroundings, and of course, Father Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas shopping this year at the Chantry Centre. The Chantry Centre, everything you need for Christmas in the centre of Andover.
Feeling great, it's the Chantry Centre. Looking good, it's the Chantry.
I'll be down on the ground. I swear to you, God, if I ever feel the sun, I'll for any length of time, I'll hold it in my mind. I never again will go down on the ground.
Right, we've got Morris Spry. Now, Morris, what's your function in the Andover Country and Western Club?
I'm the chairman.
You're the chairman of the club?
I'm the chairman of the club.
All right. So how long has it been going?
It started in '86 when the Rebels split away from the Big M that used to be down at the football club.
You're called the Rebels, are you?
We were called the Rebels, yes. And then our old club got burnt down. It used to be at Weyhill Bottom. And we moved down here in '91, in March '91.
Down to Long Parish. So, don't you feel you should be in Andover, really?
We'd like to be in Andover, but there's no suitable premises that we can get on a regular Saturday. And the cost of premises in Andover is horrendous, unfortunately.
Yeah, so to all those viewers who are watching this, you're out on the look for premises in Andover.
We'd like to be. I mean, we are the Andover Rebels. We'd love to be in Andover. Most of our members come from Andover, naturally, but what can we do?
It's a lovely bunch of people. You've got some wonderful costumes on, and I must congratulate you on looking the part. Absolutely amazing. What, you've got a gun down there as well?
Yes, it's a replica, of course.
Yeah.
We don't allow any guns to be loaded. You know, they do fire blanks, but we don't allow them to be loaded in the club. Some people carry swords and knives and things like that, but it's purely escapism, if you like. You know, they don't use them, and they're kept very securely locked away. As you'll see, the gun is tied down, so it can't be pulled out accidentally or pulled out by somebody else. And it's just part of the regalia. We're just here. We're a pure country music club. We love country music.
You've got a very good band on tonight. Pete Palmer?
Pete Palmer, yes, very much.
Tell me about Pete.
Well, he's been around the circuit for many, many years. He is what country music is all about. He does anything for anybody. He does everything for peanuts. He loves the stuff.
Your local Hampshire lad?
He's from the Southampton area, yes.
I've been down on the road. I swear to God if I ever see the sun, I'll for any length of time, I'll hold it in my mind. I never again will go down on the ground.
So what are you doing in Andover, Pete?
Well, we play the Andover Club quite often. It's one of my favourite clubs to play. They're a great crowd. Always enjoy being here.
The Rebels, they're called.
Andover Rebels, bless them.
The Andover Rebels. Yeah.
Bless them.
So, what sort of stuff do you play, basically?
Well, we do pure country, but right across the board, from Willie Nelson to the up-to-date modern country music.
I heard you playing Rita McNeil just now, The Working Man.
Wonderful.
One of my favourite songs. It's
And mine.
great song, yeah.
Eddie Roberts plays lead guitar, the little ferret on drums, and Chris.
Couldn't see him actually on the camera, 'cause it's very hard to get a camera angle on him.
He's so small, nobody ever knows he's there, but you can hear him, but you can't see him.
Got a little ferret.
The little ferret, yes, because of his side, bless him.
Who was on the bass there? Who was on the
That was
bass?
Chris Reed on bass, and Chris been around a long time.
How long have you been going, Pete?
Oh, I've been playing country music for about 10 years professionally, and I worked my way up. I've done folk music, rock and roll, just about everything, and country music's my love. That's what we do.
You're a good old Hampshire boy, I'm told.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lived in Portsmouth nearly all my life. But, yeah.
Driving back there tonight, are you? Or?
Yeah, we're finished now. This is the last one of 4 days on the run, and now we're going home. We've just spent another week in the studio doing a new cassette, and hopefully it should be out by the end of the week.
Well, anyway, thanks for talking, Jess.
They'll meet you by their door and tell me they will leave honey arms. Now my heart is sense of the mind. They'll take you back in time and tell you all the hardships I will learn.
This is probably one of the final meetings now before the event. When did it all start?
It started, I suppose, about 6-7 months ago, the actual ground laying. There's an awful lot of preparation that people don't realise that goes on behind the scenes.
I've seen all these people here tonight. It must have been a good sort of 50 people here tonight or so. How many actually involved on the night?
On the night, I would hope somewhere in the region of about probably 100 people. We're hoping to get all the round tablers along, so they'll probably have about sort of 30 people from table turn out to actually help out on the night as well.
It's organised with almost sort of military-like precision, isn't it, really?
Oh yes, it has to be, otherwise the whole thing just falls apart.
Well, Jerry, a lot of organisation going into this evening.
Yes, we actually began the organisation the day after last year's event, November 1992.
I was saying to Tony Johnson, military precision really on all this planning.
Yes, there's a large number of people. We want it to be a well-organised, well-run evening, but we don't want people to notice the organisation, we just want people to enjoy themselves.
What's the weather forecast like, by the way?
Always good. The sun always shines, even though it's 8 o'clock or 7:30 at night, yes.
So you've been describing what's happening. What are you going to be doing on the night yourself?
I'm one of these people who fills in, let's put it that way.
I'm sure you probably do more than that. We'll try and catch up with you with the camera on the evening, but you'll be beavering away behind the scenes, I guess.
Yes, we will, yes. Basically, we've got to make sure that everything that people need is there, and that all the people who are on duty at various different points at the points where they're supposed to be, and that all the manpower is deployed as we would wish it to be for a smooth function.
Paul, you've been explaining everything this evening to everybody. It looks quite a massive task over done.
Yes, the main thing is to ensure that all the individuals that we need on site are there at the time we need them. The organisation, as you say, it's quite complex, and just for the numbers of people milling around on the site, we like to ensure that they have jobs to do before we get there.
Got over 100 people working, I guess, for you on the night.
We will have well over 100 people on the night, without a doubt, yes. And I think this year, because we've got the cooperation with Round Table, we're working as two groups, it's relieved the amount of effort that we have to do from the school side. Because in 4 years, we've had to do the majority of that work all from within the PTA. So we hope we won't be quite so last-minute job as we have been in previous years.
Did most of the school go to the event?
We hope so. The majority of people have gone in the past, and certainly by the numbers that turn up, when we've had between 6,000 and 7,000 people on site, there's got to be a fair percentage of those are schools.
I was going to say 6,000 or 7,000. That's quite a lot of people, isn't it?
It is a lot of people to try and keep control of and get in and out of the site for the evening and safely. For that reason, as I think Jerry will have said to you, the amount of organisation which is done with outside organisations, with the police and with the AA and the emergency services, is quite extensive.
Well, we'll be there on the night and showing it for Town TV viewers, so we'll be following you around a bit, and maybe you'll see the camera cropping up. So,
well, thank you very much, and we all hope it goes well.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and let's hope the rain keeps off anyway.
Well, I hope so. It has done so far.
Well done. Thanks very much. Thank you.
We promised you a fireworks special this week. We're actually in now Little's in Weyhill Road, and we've got a selection of fireworks with us from their sizes. This box here contains about £30 worth of fireworks. Look at that lot. Rockets. Now we like rockets. We like rockets at Town TV because my director normally gives me a rocket in, excuse the pun, because I'm always bang out of order. That's a bit of a play on words, a bit of a pun. Look at that, 30 quid for this lot. So you're selling many at the moment?
Yes, we are. I sold one of these today, plus another selection, quite a bit yesterday as well.
So, sort of, what sizes are you selling? Or not many of these? Or?
Well, I think I've sold 2 of these. 2 of the big, smaller sized ones. Lots of bangers, lots of sparklers, the works. Lots of these as well, the rockets separate.
And off out to Middle Wallop to see how they actually make fireworks. So Alan's going to take you out there later on with Tony. Tips for the kids, yeah, tips for the kids.
Tips for the kids. Yeah. Don't touch them, just let the adults get on with it. That's about it really. Be careful, be safe.
And remember kids, book early. And remember, have a safe firework night, mates, because we don't want you having bird fingers.
But anyway, by the time you've got on to this one and seen this one, you'll have already had it. So firework night will be finished. Well, hopefully you've had a safe one.
Well, Town TV's on the road again, and we went to the firework planning meeting last night at the John Hanson School. And now we're on our way to Middle Wallop, and we're going to meet Reiner Davis. And he's a man who actually put the flash and bang into Wallop. So we're going to meet you at a secret location in just a minute. Well, here we are in a secret location near Middle Wallop with Reiner Davis, the owner of Skyfires. It's November the 2nd, and on obviously November the 5th, I'm just going to go for the big bang. So Reiner makes fireworks. How long have you been doing it?
Professionally now for just over 6 years, but my own interest in fireworks really goes back to the age of about 6, and I've had an undying passion for them ever since.
Are you a local man? You've been around this area much?
Yes, Wallop is my home village. I live at Abbottstown now, but I know the area quite well. Yeah.
And you're doing the display behind the 3H motors on Saturday night, is that right?
That's right, yes. We've done that ever since it started. This will be the 6th year.
We were filming the meeting last night. We met all the people involved, and they say you do a wonderful job. It's done to music, is that right?
Yes, it is, yes.
Can you let on what sort of music it is?
I'm afraid I can't, no. That's a closely guarded secret.
Top secret.
Yes, it's my own compilation. That's as far as I'll go.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so what have we got here? And you've got some stuff for us to have a look at.
Yes. Most of the set pieces that we actually use in our displays we make ourselves, with 1 or 2 exceptions. This firework here is in fact a wheel which rotates in a horizontal manner, and as the wheel is rotating it will also fire coloured stars from the Roman candles in the middle, and this one changes from gold to brilliant silver. It's one of my own personal favourites, this particular set piece.
Fantastic, yeah. What would that cost somebody who's actually going to purchase that?
Well, this isn't something we can actually sell because the guidelines under the British Standard for Fireworks mean that wheels over and above a certain size and a certain calibre of drivers have to be used by licence holders only. So this isn't something we can sell. We do have smaller versions which we can sell. I suppose on an average figure, as far as a set piece is concerned, you're looking at between £30 and £40 each.
That's fantastic, yeah. Excuse the noise, viewers, because we got obviously in Middle Wallop's flight path, but that's amazing. So how is that actually put together, Reiner?
All the wheels are actually constructed with a variety of gerbs or turnings, as we call them. A gerb is essentially a fountain, and a fountain produces a stream of sparks of varying types and colours. Some of the gerbs are actually designed to produce a greater pressure of fire, and these are actually responsible for making the wheels turn. So the pressure of the fire coming out causes the wheel to move in the opposite direction. All of the fireworks you can actually see on this particular one, with the 2 exceptions in the middle, are English made, and we try to use our own fireworks wherever possible. But having said that, we do use fireworks from all over the world, depending on the situation.
I think they make them in China.
Yes, indeed. They're the oldest firework makers. It's argued that the Chinese invented fireworks, and as far as the world market is concerned, I believe they control 60% of the firework market now, which is fairly considerable.
That's quite amazing, isn't it? So where did you learn the art of making fireworks?
I'm really self-taught. Just the interest that I had as a young child has sort of gone on, and it's really trial and error. And very often we have to test fireworks that we make to ensure that they will perform as required.
Obviously, it's quite dangerous. You don't want to be too near the source of the explosion or whatever.
No, it is potentially dangerous. Hopefully we know what we're doing. Most of the displays that we stage, we fire electrically. If you're firing to music, you have to fire electrically to get the precision of the timing and the coordination of the effects. So it's actually very safe for us because we're probably 20 or 30 yards away from the fireworks when they go off.
So how much can one of these big displays set the organisers back? I mean, thousands and thousands of pounds, I presume.
Several £1,000s, yes indeed, yes. Yes, this particular wheel here is a Chinese wheel, and it really is a work of art. I very often think that they're so pretty, it almost seems a shame to fire them. However, they're doing quite large numbers, and that's a particularly fine example of a Chinese wheel.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, the way it's put together.
Many hours are required to make fireworks.
Really?
Particularly this one.
What's this? The taper, is it? No.
That's actually the fuse, yes, which will take the fire into the wheel, and then the various internal fuse systems of the firework will take over. These are the drivers that you can see on the outside of the wheel. This particular one has 4 completely different colour change sequences and lasts for about 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is actually quite a long time for a wheel.
Fantastic, isn't it? Yeah.
That is a good one, yes.
So it's made in Hunan?
Yes, it is, yeah. This particular firework is a star shell, which is fired from a mortar tube, which is buried in the ground. That is 250 millimetres in diameter, 10 inches, and will be fired to a height of about 2,000 feet. It'll take 4 seconds to get there, and the spread of stars in the sky is likely to be possibly 1,000 feet across. It's as much as the eye can take in the night sky.
Fantastic.
So hopefully...
That's a powerful one.
Yes, it is.
It's a bit like a pumpkin, but I'm sure it's...
Yes, it does.
It's wonderful. So that goes in a mortar tube, and that's
yes,
just...
it does. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
well, best of luck.
Thank you very
and
much.
I hope you don't get singed.
Try not
And we'll see you on the night.
Okay,
all right, thank you.
Over the next few weeks, or the build up to Christmas, we're going to be telling you a few things about different places where you can go, different places where you can... This is clever, isn't it? Booking your Christmas parties for your works dues or your birthday parties or whatever. But we're going to do a bit about that, take you around some of the local areas and give you some ideas of what you can do over Christmas.
Right, well, we now seem to have lost a balloon. Last time I saw them, they were disappearing into the mist over a bank of trees. And now I'm following Ian and Lindsay around Romsey, and we seem to have been driving round and round and round, looking for them. I hope my intrepid explorers are okay. I'm sure they will be.
Used to be a controller at Southampton.
Controller?
Air traffic controller.
Air traffic. Well, I used to be in the Air Force doing the same thing. Ever get the press week?
Only visiting, no. I went around the centre at press week.
Yeah, I used to work at the centre.
Oh, right.
So you grew up as well?
Yeah. Got a proper job.
Put them on retrieve, so the one.
That's
Yeah, big wide eyes.
My God, this man is a maniac. Welcome back from the break.
I've got one thing to say to my mum. I'm up and away. She knows what I mean. It's fine to go, but none of you lot will understand it. But there you go. It's a real nice flight. It's only a short little hop we've had so far. Just passed over it. It's really spectacular, some of the scenery. When you get above it, we just find over what I suppose you'd call it a small forest or small wood. And the different colours of it. I mean, just unreal. It's so peaceful as well. I was quite surprised in regards to that. It's quiet. Except when that thing goes off. It's quiet. It's not like air travel as such. I think Alan's downstairs in the chase vehicle, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, well, still on the road, still looking for them. I think we've now driven about 10 miles.
I'll be down there again in a minute. How's it going out there?
It's unusual to say the least. You're sort of, I don't know, about 1,500 feet off the floor or whatever, and things just seem to go by really slowly. But I'm sort of stood at the edge of the basket at the moment, clutching a bottle of champagne, and thoroughly enjoying myself. What's it like down there?
Well, it's very, very cold and very miserable, and we're sat in the middle of the country. I just think you disappeared behind the treetop with a little flame coming out. I hope you're all right.
Yeah, it's quite warm up here actually. It's very surprising. It's nothing like I've ever experienced before.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, keep recording for time TV viewers, and we'll catch up with you in just a minute.
I'll tell you one thing, it's nice and warm up here as well.
It's pretty warm and down here, actually. Over.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
We'll be back.
Michael Pulpit, the complete print service.
Some say that. Yeah.
Here we are in Weyhill, another good local Weyhill business. We've just been up with Standard TV now.
Oh,
Michael,
yeah.
how long have you been going here in Weyhill?
1986 we started.
1986.
Yeah.
And well, just printing and.
That's it. We just kept it as basically a sort of a rural industry.
Have you always been a printer, or did you just go into this?
No, I started my apprenticeship in Holmes in 1954.
6.
Did you really?
I did 7-year apprenticeship there and then moved on and through the industry that way.
Oh, fantastic. So how's business going for you? You weathered the recession, obviously. So.
Well, yeah, I think we keep it as a personal service, and when people ring up, they get me on the end of the phone, and we go and see the people.
Right.
And therefore, we keep that sort of personal contact, which does give us, I think, an edge on the bigger guys.
Yeah. What sort of printing do you do, Michael?
Generally, from a business card straight up through to a book, full colour, anything.
Really?
Yeah, we do a print brokerage whereby we handle full colour printing for people, which we don't produce here. We send that off, but people get a bit frightened with full colour, so we handle them through the market.
So why Weyhill?
Well, because we live here. We've
Right.
lived here 30 years.
Yeah.
And we had the room to do it, so we decided to stay here.
Yeah. So
the overheads are down.
That's right.
And we pass the very cheap prices on to the customers.
That's right. That's a nice community though, Weyhill, isn't it? We've just been filming up around the church and everywhere. And
Yeah, we were all a bit devastated when Dunning's finished.
Yeah.
That was quite a kick because they employed so many local people. But,
Yeah.
And now we're happy now the A303 is gone.
Exactly.
It's brought it back to more of a village, but quite a spread out village generally.
But you find you don't really need to be in the town, do you?
No. We keep away from the town. We're just sort of 2 minutes away in the car.
Yeah.
And the overheads, obviously, running businesses in town with the business rate and units, bigger units. We kept it very small.
Smashing. And can you explain the printing process to us these days?
Well, basically, you've got this is where we cut our paper, a programmatic guillotine there, which we just bought that one. That is all beam guided with these beams here, so that you cannot possibly get your fingers caught in the system.
Right.
And it's pre-programmed the cuts.
Yeah.
So we can store information in regular work we do. We can just store the information in, and then when the job comes back, you press, say, program 29, and you know you will get that back out of the system, and the machine will go into a pre-programmed cut. This is a Japanese press. Toby's just running a salvadesive label here, 4 up, for an insurance broker. It's a good press. We bought it from you 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been very good. He's running a self-adhesive label here, 4 up.
Yeah.
Lift it up a minute, Sam, just show. There's the image. There's the plate, there's the image. It's in green.
Something quite nice there, look, too, we noticed. It's not a deliberate plug for Town TV, but
Oh yeah, well,
Michael
there we
did
are.
this for us.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, excellent red and blue.
Excellent red and blue.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
carry on then, Toby.
Right, we've got Paul here. Paul, son of Michael.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So how's it going? You keeping you busy?
He tries to, yeah.
What's he like to work for then?
Well, the sooner I can get rid of him, the better, really.
Yeah.
Then I can start running this company I want to run it.
Right, okay. So, it's not fair he's listening to this interview, never mind.
That's right, I'll move.
He's going to go. So, what sort of stuff are you doing at the moment?
Well, I do all the finishing,
Yeah.
go and see customers.
Yeah.
And
What's the sort of customer base? Who do you service in the Andover area? A lot of firms, I guess.
Yeah, we've got a lot of big customer base, very big.
On the industrial estates, I think.
Yeah, all the industrial estates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we managed to keep very busy.
So what are the girls doing here?
As little as possible, I think.
Are they? That's a question I always wanted to ask about a printer. I mean, you must do a print run sometimes, and the whole thing's wrong at the end of the day. Not that it happens very often, but
It does,
I should
it happens
imagine.
a lot.
I mean, sometimes.
More than you imagine.
I think
happens more than not, actually.
Because sometimes we shoot things and it goes totally wrong, but
Yeah.
that must be aggravating, because I've seen them.
Wow,
Depends whose mistake it is.
that's right. We'll
And
find out
who
who's to
gets the blame
blame.
And who definitely
Then
is.
it's all forgotten. We're doing a £10 voucher for the Victorian Albert Museum and also a V&A
museum ticket voucher. When they purchase something from the mail order catalogue, they will receive, if their purchases are over a certain amount, which I haven't read yet, they get a £10 voucher, which we sequentially numbered, so obviously there is a security thing on it.
Sure. Well, it's quite a prestigious account to get, I should think, the V&A.
Well, we do it through we do it for another company, a marketing company. So we don't actually do it direct through V&A.
No.
The V&A do it through design marketing, and then we do from.
But even so, it's obviously a high standard of work you've got to reach to do it.
Oh yeah. It's all post register, and they want it done just right. But from the film we supply, I mean, Derek's just doing the blue now. We've taken the plates off to show you.
So what actually happens then when they come in with this order? Explain to the viewers how it actually works.
Well, the film is supplied to us, ready and separated with the red and the blue.
Right.
And hang on, I'll just show you. From the film, we expose the plate and generate the printing plates, the litho plates. Now, as you can see, looking from here, this is the blue film, which containing all the blue printing, and this is the red film, which you can see is just picking out the £10. See the £10 there in red, and the big ovals are in blue. Obviously, the white out there is registers in on the red, and there's a sample of that's the red film, ready for us to print. And from that, we've laid the film over. We laid the film over the plate, exposed the plate for a UV light, and there you have it. There's the film. Goes on the press, in through, and that's the result.
What's that made
we
of?
get.
It's quite noisy. What's that made of?
What are they? Aluminium plates. From that we produce, and now he's just proofing up.
Yeah.
You can see that he's now got it in register. He now will print the numbers all the way through, sequentially numbered.
That's incredible, isn't it?
And then it's cut down to the finished size, and then it's sent up.
Yeah.
And everyone who purchases something from the V&A catalogue, they get the voucher.
Is there any identifying marks which you'd know that if you've done the job? Or
a printer can usually tell whether it's his printing.
Yeah.
Even to people have brought stuff out. Say, you printed these last time, and I say, well, no, I didn't. And they sometimes say, well, I think you did, Mike. And I say, well, no, I didn't. And then they, oh yes, you're right. No, we got them. Da da da. And then but no.
Yeah.
That's we know our printing.
That's some lovely. That's lovely artwork, isn't it?
That's it.
That's smashing.
So
you're enjoying yourself anyway?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you were going to retire next year and put your feet up?
Well, you heard earlier, Paul wants me to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I'll get up the golf club whenever he gives me the orders.
Very nice too. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks again, and we'll see you shortly.
Okay.
Okay. Cheers, Michael. Thank you.
Behind me, you'll probably see exercise works. Now, we've kind of come up and do a bit of an expose. That's a word that Alan's told me to use. I haven't got a clue what it means, but there you go. And behind me, you might see some people moving around and doing exercises and God knows what else. Well, we're going to go in and give you a little bit of an insight as to what happens in there on a Saturday morning. I think it's complete and utter madness, to be honest with you. I want to be back up in that balloon somewhere. Anyway, come on. Waxing. You sort of like wax legs, chests, lips?
Not really facial hair.
Not really
It does
facial.
encourage the growth.
It encourages it.
But legs, bikini, underarm, forearm, those areas mainly. It's sort of the larger areas.
Oh. Larger areas. There's no way I could lay there having my face rolled over with a couple of whatever.
Very, very mild. 1 milliamp. She doesn't actually feel it, it just reacts with the gel that's on the face.
Anyway, we've come inside now. We've taken you around and had a look around the different equipment that's here. Took you upstairs and showed you the special facials that were being done. And I'm now sat with Sandy Cooper. She's the owner of this establishment. Sandy, tell me, it's 2 years now you've been here. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, it's a wonderful trade to be in, helping people improve their figure and their looks.
So, how much will it cost, say, for somebody to come down?
Well, we've got lots of different courses, varying lengths and varying costs. It depends what the person needs, really. So we really don't discuss money straight off. You know, we get people to come in on a complimentary, and then when they've gone round, we assess them, and according to their ability and their physical condition, we then tell them what a course will cost.
So, some of the machines you've actually got, they tend to look very easy. And I've sort of looked at it and I thought, oh yeah, it's easy peasy, sort of like lemon squeezy. But how hard is it on the body?
Well, it starts off at a very low level and works up to a very high intensity. Something that is very difficult for most people to manage in the end. We add resistance and weights to the body and it becomes quite intense, the whole thing.
So how long would it take, so, to get yourself fully fit? If you were to come in here sort of like, and you literally didn't do any exercise at all?
No.
Again?
From 3 to 6 months.
That's not bad, actually.
No, it's not. It's very good. The reason that we were able to work people quite quickly and get their figures back in shape quite quickly is because you're laying down, so there's no pressure on the back, the muscles and joints of the legs. And what we do is isolate the muscle groups and work them quite hard for 6 minutes on each area of the body.
So it's mostly women then that would actually come in, is it? Or is
We've
it?
got quite a few men,
Yeah?
Yeah, we do.
Mostly businessmen would expand, expanding tummies.
True, yes, true. But we've got about 1,300 people.
Really?
That have gone through the yes.
That's quite a lot. Actually, isn't
without
it?
the upstairs treatments.
I mean, I'm sort of sat here now, and there's people running around all around the back there, sort of like it's crazy. It's absolutely berserk. I mean, Tony's been out there. He's been filming bottoms and legs and other anatomy, but it seems to be like a very relaxed atmosphere to come into.
That's the whole idea of Exercise Works, that you can come in, it's a warm, friendly environment, you don't need any special clothes, and people feel comfortable, and we do very well. There's definitely a market for it.
The businesses that we've actually spoken to in the last sort of few months, some of them seem to have been hit worse by the recession than others. So how's it affected you? Has it affected you at all?
Well, I think the leisure trade is the one trade that has survived and survived quite well through all this, because I think people that build up stress, problems, lots of redundancies, they need to come out of the home environment and keep themselves fit so they can go looking for other jobs and keep their looks up together.
Have you any plans to open up any other Exercise Works around
We'd like to, yes.
So it sort of depending on how this one goes, will depend on.
But we're very pleased.
Anyway, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. If anybody is interested in coming down, Exercise Works is open from
9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. Saturdays 9 till 3 and Sundays 9 till 12.
And they can get hold of you on what?
Any time.
Right. Well, I'd like to say thanks to Sandy Cooper. I've had a thoroughly enjoyable day so far. We'll see you again shortly. To round off Halloween, tonight we're out with Still Crazy, which Alan the Dictator and myself are playing. And we're going to show a little bit of that tonight, I think. Yeah, I think we have a bit of fun, just to round it off nicely. You're going off out for next week's shoot. We're going to show you some of the fireworks. Alan and Steve and Tony, or whoever's going to be going out there. But we're going to show you a little bit of tonight, a bit of rock and roll. There's been a lot of events happening in and around Andover for the last couple of days. I know Rolls Rock has played at the Swallow, and we're going to play here tonight, so we might see you in a little bit. See you later.
Let me tell you, baby, it's called rock and roll.
Well, good evening, viewers. Here we are with the Chris Walker Quintet at the Red Lion at Clanville. It's their jazz night tonight, and Town TV have come down to have a look at it. Nice solo coming up now.
No one to walk with all by myself. No one to talk with. I'm happy on the show and misbehaving, saving my love for you and you and you. Know for certain the one that I love. I'm through with love, just shoot and think of love. And misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere. Your kisses I'm waiting for. And I'm for certain the one I'm down. I'm with blood and misbehaving. And misbehaving. And misbehaving. Serving all my love for you.
They have a jazz night every month here on the last Friday of the month, and we're one of the bands, many of the local semi-pro bands that come along and play to pack people who still like jazz.
So how would you describe yourself? What sort of band are you?
We'd say we were a swing band, really. Music of the 30s and 40s, really.
Who's in the band? Who's the vocalist over there?
Right, Jim Byrne is our drummer and vocalist. We have Tan Smart on vibes, John Burgess on double bass, Greg Painter on the piano, and myself on clarinet and alto sax.
So what are you going to play for us now?
Sweet Georgia Brown.
Sweet Georgia Brown coming up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
get a hazy morning, if you get any distance behind, the unfortunate thing we have is we have to stick to the road. And the roads do not always go in the same direction as the balloon.
Well, we'll keep following you in the truck, right? And hopefully you'll find them eventually.
Find them very soon.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, right.
See you in a minute.
We'll set off then. Okay.
I'm getting ready to land at the moment. It's been an intriguing flight. It's been an enjoyable flight. It's not been too rough, but now we're coming to the landing bit. I'm not too sure about this, but I'm assured by Gary that if I sit down here, put my head between my knees, that everything will be okay.
Yes, this is the point in ballooning where a deep belief in religion helps. I shouldn't have said that. Feel that blast of wind now? Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You keep, not be too bad, you keep filming. You can pop up and What's the ground like over there? Is it very marshy?
Hopefully we can find them in a minute, but it looks a bit built up around here. I hope they didn't land on one of these houses because it could be a bit of a disaster, but...
This is precision flying, isn't it?
It certainly is. Yeah.
I think I've seen them over there, getting all sorts of signals from the van in front. Yeah, definitely looked as though we're turning off now.
We may tip over. I'll wait your eyes on this little tree, look, see here?
Yeah.
Watch yourself, just in case. We may tip over, I doubt it, but I'll make a bumper right for dramatic effect. Okay, here we go. Another one.
What do you think of that then, mate?
That was all right.
That was...
Was that a cockeyed?
I quite enjoyed that, didn't you?
Whew. That was excellent.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one.
So how are you feeling after that?
I feel wonderful, actually. Whether it's something to do with the champagne or what, I don't know, but...
Did you spill much?
I didn't spill a drop.
Well done, man. Let's get the glasses in. Hello! Hello, boy! I'm on the ground. It's a big green thing. Yeah, okay. Stand by. I'll give you a map reference.
Well, there you go, map references.
Okay, we are at
Vodafone.
Position.
There you go, there's a plug for you lot.
365.
Where have you got to get to now then?
Well, we're going back up to Laneston.
Hello?
We've only flown a little way. We've flown from up here, from Laneston House, which is near Winchester.
Oh, not far then.
Not far, no,
Yeah.
just a little way.
I just had a message through on the intercom from Ian saying they were 2 miles away. They have actually landed. But I don't know. He seemed to have been driving for hours, but hopefully we'll find them in the middle of a field in a minute.
Yeah, just in here. Breathe on the lens. There they are there, the milk. Okay, radio check 1299. Okay, mate. Yeah, if you keep on coming down, turn left, and then, as I say, come on down a bit, come under the wires again, and there'll be a little road in on the left, and that should come to it.
What we do at Town TV, got lost, drove halfway around Romsey, Eastleigh, Southampton, but we found them.
I think it will actually, because that's the camera outside the basket looking on the side of the basket. Yeah. The jar.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was great. We've had a really good time. Well, I've had a thoroughly enjoyable morning. It's amazing. It's something you've got to experience it. And if you and some friends can club together and go and have a go, come and see these people because they're really nice. And I've enjoyed myself. I can't stop talking, but I'm going to see you later anyway.
Good evening. evening, Town TV viewers. Broadcasting to you live, absolutely live from the Drove. And we've just seen an amazing firework display. I want to just tell you what's going to go on next week. It's a complete change of culture. It's the Andover Operatic Society. And we've got an Australian tenor, Julian Gavin. He's going to be giving a masterclass at the Cricklade Theatre. So it's £2 to get in. We're going to show you some opera singers coming up now. So we'll see you next week. Bye.